This week is the Youri Tielemans week of truth. Is when we're going to get to know, is Tielemans crossing from Arsenal to Leicester, or is really going to stay at Leicester? Will Arsenal bow down? Will Leicester bow down to the price of Arsenal, or will Arsenal do the vice versa of what I've just said? And then we are talking about Arsenal in UEFA trouble. Obviously, they are being investigated by Europe, UEFA. UEFA runs the entire footballing activities in Europe. They are then investigating against Arsenal, or on Arsenal, on what we call the financial fair play role. Arsenal is said to have spent a lot of money in the previous 2 seasons, and obviously that's what has been lined up in the game of football, and UEFA is really investigating on Arsenal. Then William Saliba has been hailed in the For You by Redknapp, the reporter or sports pundit or presenter at Sky Sports. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? Obviously, my name is usual, Rokani David. You are used to it. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, the last video of the day. Remember, today we started with a video of of Lucas Paqueta. Then we did a story of Wesley Fofana bid rejected, 70 million bid rejected by Leicester. And lastly, we are doing this story of Youri Tielemans and Arsenal in trouble in the For You. So endeavor to go into the lower right bottom corner and smash the subscription button. After smashing it, hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified each and every time I upload a video on this channel. Congratulations, guys. We've hit 6,000 subscribers on this channel. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Keep subscribing, guys, in the For You. We are left with how many days? We are left with 7 days to end this month, and obviously I know we can really pass through this month by hitting 7,000 subscribers on this channel. Guys, thank you for the love. Keep subscribing and keep pushing, and this channel will never let you down, because one thing I do is that I bring you the news, I bring you the source, and I give you my opinion to whether I think the story is right or wrong. So fact, fiction is what I discuss onto this channel, and obviously breaking it down. Thank you. I'm no one where you guys are not. That's it. If I'm the car, you are the fuel. Without fuel, a car cannot move. You know that very well. So without you guys, I can't move. So thank you very much for really showing me the love every time I'm here onto this channel, which goes by the names of Rokani Media Football. Today we've gotten a story being reported in from Netherlands, that is Dutch, telling us about Youri Tielemans, that this is the week of truth for Youri Tielemans. Leicester expected to drop his transfer price, making a deal possible, especially for Arsenal. Tielemans is keen about a move, and he's still in strong position. When you talk about Leicester dropping the price, you just have to ask, how much have they been asking? 35 million pounds. How much was Arsenal offering them? 25 million pounds. Obviously, you know that if they are to drop, they'll go ahead and really get that money from Arsenal. Why are they going to go ahead and really drop? Obviously, it's simple. The player is left with 1 year on his contract. And secondly, if he doesn't move from Leicester to another club this summer, obviously, he will go out on a free in next summer, or on around 5 million pounds in January. So Leicester have a choice to make. They have a choice to make, and I really believe that it's going to be a very hard choice to make, because they are really doing bad and they are keeping players around them that don't want to be at the club. That's another virus into the club. The more you keep a player like Youri Tielemans and Wesley Fofana at your club, when they want to be, or when they don't want to play for you, you are really adding salt to an insult. That's it. And that's what Brendan Rodgers is doing. I think he's facing this scenario for the very first time, because most of the players Leicester has been selling have been really having long contracts. Like Harry Maguire, he had close to 3 years on his contract. They sold him 80 million pounds to Manchester United. When you look at N'Golo Kante, I think he moved to Chelsea for 50 million pounds. Look at Ben Chilwell from Leicester to Chelsea, 50 million pounds. Riyad Mahrez from Leicester to Man City at 65 million pounds. So there is something that they're so much used to. It's a behavior that is part of them, and they are so much used to buying or selling players expensively, and that's Leicester for you. They make good business, they buy players on the cheap, and they sell them expensively. This is the syndrome that is really eating them up in this Youri Tielemans deal. They can't believe that a player who was worth £65 million last summer is now depreciated, not in talent and quality, but in his price, because of him having just 1 year left on his contract. Remember, last summer, Arsenal put £45 million onto the table on Youri Tielemans. Leicester told them we want 65. You get? So, Leicester is asking Arsenal £10 million less the money they provided to it last summer, and Arsenal is telling them, no, we deducted off 20 and we're offering you 25 this time round, because the player is left with just 1 year on his contract. So it looks like it's the week of truth. Obviously, this is the week of truth, and Leicester have to go in and really get Tielemans on a longer contract. If not, they have to sell him. They have to get money out of him. If they don't get money out of him, then Youri Tielemans and his agent told Leicester, we are willing to run the contract down. That's why Arsenal is not even bothered, because they, Leicester will tell Arsenal, okay, come and sign this player. And Arsenal is so much not bothered, because they know that visa, blah, blah, and stuff is so much okay and clear. Because if at all they've signed Thomas Partey from Spain on deadline day and they managed to secure a visa for him, then that's good. That's easy for them. They did the same thing for Tomiyasu. What about for this player who already has an English visa? It's a matter of him crossing before the deadline day. That's it, though. On the deadline day, Leicester will be playing Manchester United. So we will be here letting you know whether the guy is into the starting 11 of Leicester or not. The moment he makes in the starting 11 of Leicester and the struggling squad, obviously he won't be going to Arsenal. But that means Leicester would have gone for what we call a bitter pill. You get? Because you can't lose £25 million because you don't want this player to go. You are not going to convince him to really go ahead and really extend his contract at Leicester. Reason being, Arsenal is playing very well. Guys, Arsenal is one of the best teams in the Premier League right now. 3 games won, 9 points. Top of the table with a goal difference of 7 goals. So, at this juncture, you can't mask anything on Tielemans' deal to Arsenal. There is nothing you can tell him. If Arsenal started poorly, Tielemans would have gotten a second thought that, let me go to Liverpool, let me go to Manchester United. But with the firepower that Arsenal has commenced the Premier League with, Tielemans dreams being at Arsenal. That's it. And obviously, Leicester have nothing to do other than go ahead and really listen to the offer of Arsenal, and then they take it. That's it. Nothing else. So I'm here to let you know that a deal for Youri Tielemans to Arsenal, it's into the final week, and obviously it's the week of truth in there for you, and obviously expect this deal to happen this week. If it's happening this week, because Leicester can't really keep this player around, not until they really get in another player. And we've had rumors that Leicester have gone to Manchester United and approached them on James Garner. They are looking at James Garner as the ideal replacement of Youri Tielemans, and a competent club goes in and buys a replacement before they sell the player. So that's what Leicester is all about. But you've been asking yourselves about the personal terms, and Ben Jacobs again has told us today that Arsenal have agreed broad personal terms with Youri Tielemans. Leicester City want just over £30 million for the player, whereas Arsenal valued him under £25 million in January, and not a lot has changed since January. So Arsenal's fee has been constant for Youri Tielemans. It's now that I've known that they wanted to pay £25 million for this player in January because he was left with just 1.5 years on his contract. And Leicester said, no, we are not selling that player that amount of money. They requested for more. So that is what Arsenal is not doing. Sorry, Leicester is not doing. They don't want to sell him on a cheap, but Arsenal are telling them, all right, the player is in love with our club. Our club is really performing very well. Arteta has already convinced him that he's going to be getting regular playing time in our club. Why should we really go in and fidget with you? Be with your player and see whether you will sell him. to any other club. Tielemans wants Arsenal. The agent has already been convinced with the project at Arsenal. Tielemans too is convinced. And obviously, Leicester have to go on and to dance to the tunes of Arsenal right about now. Because if at all they don't, Tielemans benefits. He's in a stronger position. That's it. How is he in a stronger position? One, if he's sold in January at £5 million, he'll go in with his agent to negotiate a deal with Arsenal to get him a huge salary and a huge sign-on fee because he's coming in on a cheap. If he doesn't leave in January, he'll be a free agent. He'll tell Arsenal, I want £15 million of sign-on fee and I want a salary of close to £200,000 a week. You get? That's it. Because he'll tell them that obviously to sign me would have paid close to £45 million. If you have to break it down, get me 15, then the other amount of money, just get me a salary of £200,000 a week. So I think that's where we're heading to. One of those three scenarios are going to happen. Youri Tielemans going to Arsenal, Leicester selling him in January, or losing him on a free in the summer of 2023. The fourth option won't happen. He's not going to extend his contract at Leicester. Leicester is looking bad and ugly. You get? They are no longer competitive. They've lost their first two games of the season. They are looking ugly, and the best way is to leave Leicester because the project is no longer convincing at a side which goes by names of Leicester. So let's wait and see what is going to happen between this guy, Tielemans, and Arsenal and Leicester City. Now, you've always been asking yourself, why is Arsenal delaying to sign in new players ever since they brought in Zinchenko? Ever since Arsenal brought in Zinchenko, we are really going to 1.5 months ever since they signed Zinchenko, and they've not signed any player. Yet, before they brought in Zinchenko, every almost two weeks, they brought in a signing at a club which goes by names of Arsenal. As things stand now, this is what has troubled Arsenal's transfer window. It has been reported to us by AFTV, you know them very well, the official home of AFTV. It's a fan channel for Arsenal fans all over the world. They are telling us that Arsenal could be investigated by UEFA for potential financial fair play breaches after reporting the highest losses in the Premier League over the past 3 years of over £213 million. So this is something that might have affected the transfer of Arsenal. Arsenal would have already landed in other signings because they have the money, but they tell you that the only amount of money you're supposed to spend, it should exceed £30 million from the money that you've made or you've really brought into your club. So Arsenal looks like they've spent more than what they earn, and they've registered losses of £213 million for the previous 3 seasons. So Arsenal are in trouble. Obviously, they're in trouble because, you know, if at all this is seen as a valid case, what happens? A ban of non-buying players will be put on Arsenal by UEFA. You remember, it was put on Chelsea, it was put on PSV, it was put on Real Madrid, and very many other teams. You get? You can't buy any player apart from getting or promoting those players you're having in the academy. Even it's hard for you to sign players on loan. So as things stand, it looks like Arsenal have now gone back to the drawing board and they are looking through their books of accounts whether they have really made extravagant spending that doesn't match their income. The only option they give you is that they excuse you for the losses you made during COVID, and secondly, they go ahead and excuse you if at all you spent a lot of money onto your female team. That's the only way you can be forgiven by UEFA. But if at all Arsenal pleads guilty to this, obviously they won't be signing players. That's why you see that there has been a halt in signing players at Arsenal. And David Austin and Fabrizio Romano have always told us that Arsenal are working on outgoings. I think they are working on outgoings to balance up their books such that they gather up some money to pay in for these players. You might find that they're having the money, but they can't spend it because it's not money coming in from the club. Obviously, you know that the owner of Arsenal, Kroenke, borrowed Arsenal £20 million from his account. So that is not footballing money. It's not acceptable in the game of football. So Arsenal has to do the following. They have to go on and sell players. That's why you see they're taking off players with huge salaries. Hector Bellerin is at £110,000 a week. Nicola Pepe is at £170,000 a week. Pablo Mari has been almost sold. You see, Nuno Tavares is on loan. Balogun sent on loan to Steady Reigns, and very many other players. Bernard Leno sold off. Guendouzi is sold off. Torreira has been sold off because he was earning close to £120,000 a week at Arsenal. So they're trying to balance up things because they know it's not all rosy. If at all this case doesn't go in their favor, they're going to be banned. So that's why you see Arsenal really offloading players. It's not that they're not having the money. They're having the money with them, but that money came from Kroenke. It never came from the income of Arsenal. So Arsenal having not played in the Champions League for very many years, I think it has started to affect them. During the era of Arsene Wenger, it was easy for them because you'd know that Arsenal would play up to the quarterfinals of the Champions League, and you know they could collect close to £40 million from the Champions League, and other money close. They could get like £50 million from the Champions League. You get, meaning that did or played a very big part into their season, and that's why last season not going in the Champions League costed them a lot, and even them not playing in the UEFA Europa League last season costed them a lot. But this time around, they might add that gap and bridge it up because they are into the UEFA Europa League, and if at all you almost win the UEFA Europa League, let me see here, winner of Europa League prize money. I want to know how much they really earn. I want in total. I know there is the breakdown in here for you because I know the breakdown is really put up. Runner-up, 9-point winner. All right. So this is how it's broken up. I think let me show it on your screen. Let me really go in here and really get it, because I want to really bring you facts. I really want to bring you facts, and we add up and see whether Arsenal can really go ahead and really forego this. If at all they're in the UEFA Europa League, let me bring you the breakdown. Obviously, I have it, and then I bring it directly onto your screen. All right. There you go. 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 That's it. So when you look at what we are having here, they are telling us that when you qualify, group stage draw, all right, group stage winner, group winners, all right. When you qualify, you get 4.1. That is those are $1 million in there for you. So in the group stage, you win the group stage, you get 0.7. When you add it on the 4, that is close to $6 million. You get, the group winners get 1.24. Add it to the 4. All right. Knockout stages, you qualify, you get 5. That is close to 7. Then when you go to the round of 16, you get 1.3. So when you add on this hierarchy, if at all Arsenal is to win the UEFA Europa League this time, these are close to 10. This is 14, 16, 18. Obviously, Arsenal can gather in a total of close to 30 million pounds. If at all they go ahead and really win the UEFA Europa League, they can gather close to 40 million pounds in total. So if at all they perform very well, they can really get that money, and obviously UEFA Europa won't really get them to that level, and they can use that money to spend. But right now, that's the problem they've been having. They've not been playing in Europe, and we're not playing in Europe, and you're already having players who are really on astronomical wages. Obviously, UEFA will come in through and really say, oh, Arsenal is spending a lot of money. Remember, Arsenal outspent all teams in Europe last summer. We are from COVID. They spent 59 million pounds. 150 million pounds. This time round, Arsenal has so far spent 121 million pounds. And if at all they continue spending, they might reach 200 million pounds, because Pedro Neto is being said to be at how much? At 50 million pounds. That's the amount of money that Wolves want from the player who goes by the name of Pedro Neto. Now, the last bit of the story, we are having Jamie Redknapp. Jamie Redknapp really works on Sky Sports. He has told us on William Saliba, going away to League One has helped him grow as a player, and the Premier League is so unforgiving, but he's learned and evolved into such a strong and such a mature player. William Saliba, guys, tomorrow, as a reminder, the first video is going to be our Premier League team of the week. I think for the first 2 match days, I really never put it up, but this time around, I'm going to put it up today. I'm going to put it out in the morning such that you guys could go in and really watch. I'm going to give you the stats of these players and how they really performed in these games of football as they took on a side as they took on the different sides of the Premier League. But William Saliba, expect him to be one of those in the way, because he's really good. He was really great. Expect him to be one of those in my team, and the others I'm not going to tell you. You're just going to see them by yourselves. I'm going to pick my Premier League team of the week, and it's really going to be based on facts. That's it. It's going to be based on facts, and I'm really going to be here to let you know how that player really performed and why I'm going for that player. So that is a player who goes by the name of William Saliba, and he has been being hailed by everyone in the Premier League, the pundits and everyone, and he's really showing good progress at Arsenal. And Mikel Arteta has really gotten himself a burden of going in the market and buying 2 central defenders. If he's to go in the market, he will get in just 1 central defender. But if at all William Saliba had not yet hit the targets and the levels of Arsenal, they would have gone in for more. So let's wait and see what is going to happen in the transfer window of Arsenal. But your reactions are welcome into the comment section below. Tell me what you think about Tielemans' week of truth as Arsenal in trouble. You get? So Arsenal is in trouble as Youri Tielemans' week of truth nears. Then there is William Saliba being held by Redknapp of Sky Sports. Then, obviously, tell me what you think about the financial fair play breach by Arsenal, and they are under the watch list of UEFA. Rokani David is my name. Last video of the day. Unless otherwise a big story happens, that's when I'm going to be returning here. But don't expect me to return until tomorrow. May the Almighty God bless you abundantly. Rokani David is my name. I always present to you sports onto Rokani Media Football. But thank you for helping me reach the 6,000 mark roadmap. So let's get to the 7,000 roadmap. And I know by the end of this month, we can make it happen. Thank you guys for watching in. I sign out for now. See you later. Good night.